We have a long association with a director named Michael Wilson. And he said, I want to do a reading for you of this relatively obscure Tennessee Williams play called The Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore with Olympia Dukakis. And I said, first of all, anything you want to do, I'm happy to have a reading of it. Second of all, I love Olympia Dukakis. He did the reading of this play, which I was not that familiar with prior to the reading. And I said, we have to do this production at the Laura Pels Theater. It'll be a perfect little home for this play. And people will not only see one of the great performances of all times, because I guarantee you that with Olympia Dukakis, but we'll also see a Tennessee Williams play that probably many of them have never seen before.
The story of A Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore concerns one Flora Goforth who's been married 4 times, 3 times to industrial titans. So she's a very, very wealthy woman, and she's in a race against time.
She's probably in her 80s at this point and has not stopped wanting passion, has not stopped wanting life to be involving every minute. She's determined, as her name says, to go forth.
Mrs. Goforth, played by Olympia Dukakis, starting out in just terrible disrepair. She's in a stained robe as if she's not been out of bed for weeks. Later, when Chris Flanders, the poet who comes to visit them, she sees Chris Flanders and she says, oh, well, this is something that I want to pursue. And we see her change and become a more, what she presumes, gracious, entertaining personality. But always in the background is what she really is, and is a dying woman.
It's just such a terrific part. It's a woman who is fierce and fragile, vulnerable and coarse, funny and moving. He's written a great part.
It's really about love and what we're doing and the purpose of our life.
That play is going to be very grand. The set is grand. It takes place in an Italian villa on the top of a mountain. There's going to be great music. There's a seascape that happens, so you really feel like you are part of this isolation of her world, and then you also feel, which I think is a common feeling, that like last ditch effort for love when you are alone in the world.
I'm just so excited for every day in rehearsal for us to continue to dig in Tennessee's rich play and explore so that Olympia and the rest of the company can explode, I think, with a Milk Train that will, hopefully our goal is to really fulfill all of the riches and nuances that are there in Tennessee's play, especially in this centennial year of his birth.
There's Tennessee Williams and the poetry that he writes, and it's in the complexity that is in every character. And it's not only my character, every character in the play has that complexity. Every character literally comes from the heart of the play.
These are delicious roles that are infinitely rich, that are extremely layered. And the play, as I have come to know it from some of the previous work that I've done on Tennessee Williams, is a play that's incredibly accessible and one that audiences relate to at various stages of their life.
Just to be able to hear the language of Tennessee and hear the romance of that language, I think is going to be really exciting.
In a play with a character like this, to be able to find the humor is really important, because it really balances out the experience, it seems to me. But as I say, I don't think I'm adding anything or doing anything. It's all in there. I think Williams has a tremendous sense of humor.
I contend that Milk Train contains some of his most gorgeous poetry and one of the most compelling stories he ever wrote.
I think Milk Train is a part of what we do that is very exciting, even though it's a revival. To many people, it will be a new play.
Olympia Dukakis is a force of nature, and audiences are going to walk away blown away by her.
It's exciting to have her come to us in this play by one of America's greatest playwrights.
I am grateful that I have in my life this opportunity to do this play.
It's a great joy and honor to be working on what I would call one of his greatest neglected plays.
It's just a wonderful world to be in, this play.